I've done a number of things in my life. I spent 4 years in the Navy, 6 years designing machine tools in industry. I've worked in automotive engineering, and no matter where I go, the people who add the most value, the people who have a spirit of innovation are worth 100 or 1,000 of those who just come to work, do their job, and go home. I am David Mikesell. I'm a professor of mechanical engineering, and I use the entrepreneurial mindset to prepare young engineers to add value in industry or wherever they go. The things which mean the most to me from my own engineering education were the stories that my professors told who came from industry. That just made the entire topic light up. I still remember some of those stories, a number of those stories decades later, which made it come alive, made it a whole lot more than just a formula or just a good principle to observe, but made it something that made a difference. Another principle which I like to illustrate from my own life, I guess, I could come back to another story, is concept generation. My own experience was such that too often I was happy with the first idea that came to mind. I want students to have at least 30 ideas, preferably 100 ideas. They don't have to be fully fleshed out with complete set of engineering drawings, but a sketch, an idea, one modification. When you first say come up with 100 ideas, that sounds huge. Then you show them a handful of tools and all of a sudden they say, oh, I can actually come up with 1,000,000 ideas. When I'm interacting with local industries, once they understand what this is, I have found them uniformly to jump on board and say, yes, that is important to us. Not only is it important to us, it is important for your graduates to have this background, this understanding. The larger sense of creating value is important to them. They also don't just want engineers who come in with the blinders on and execute whatever task is assigned to them. They also want the engineers who are going to have the larger sense of innovation. Look at all the things that we do. What can we do slightly different, which is going to give us an edge on our competition?